You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey Days fans, I've got your full roster of dated weekly spoilers for October 7th through the 11th. EJ denies Sarah. There's a shocking divorce coming up and some really huge returns to talk about. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and let's just get right into what is happening next week. Monday, October 7th, 2024 is season 60, episode 31. EJ DiMera is desperate to save his job as district attorney. It's clear why, because he doesn't have any power at the family business. He's lost his wife. He lost the baby he was trying to steal from Eric. He doesn't have a lot going on, but he would love to hang on to that DA power so that he can have some power over people. You know how EJ is. We also have Leo having a little slip of the tongue in front of Chad and Julie and Chad's kids. And of course, this past week, Chad told Abigail he wanted to tell their kids she was alive after Julie recommended that happen. And maybe Leo is going to accidentally facilitate that. Stefan and Gabi make a decision about their marriage, and it doesn't look good, you guys. Fabi tells Chad they should take a trip out of town. I hope she's not setting him up to be kidnapped or something, because I don't trust her or Clyde or any of them. Tuesday, October 8th, 2024, season 60, episode 32. Johnny tells Chanel how it feels to see her working on set with Alex. And I'm guessing he's not feeling really good about it. He's feeling very threatened. It doesn't help that Alex is sex on a stick and one of the hottest guys on Days of Our Lives. Alex and Stephanie share a very charged moment. They kissed the other day, and then he tapped the brakes because he's trying not to be a himbo male slut like he was before, but Stephanie's very into him, so we'll see how this goes. Bonnie tries to convince Kate and Abe of something, but they are firmly set on it. So if you remember, Bonnie thought she was being written out because of Hattie's ultimatum, but it turns out they are writing out Hattie. And then Bonnie was really upset when Hattie basically thought she got her way and told Hattie she had been so excited they were going to be working together. So maybe she's trying to get them to revisit Hattie's firing. Meanwhile, Hattie goes over and confronts Leo about writing her out. Wednesday, October 9th is episode 33 of the current season. So Kristen comes to Xander this past week and tells him that Dr. Rolf has this miracle cure that will restore tissue that has degenerated or been destroyed. And she specifically asked him, would that work in the case of Sarah Horton's spinal injury? And Rolf said it should, but he would need to see her chart. And of course, Kristen's price for this is she wants the statement against Brady dropped so that Brady's out of jail and Xander leaves him alone. So Xander reports back to his beloved wife, Sarah, that Kristen has come along and her pet mad scientist has this miracle cure that could put Sarah back on her own 2 feet. Obviously, this is going to be very enticing to Sarah and Xander, understandably. Meanwhile, Stefan talks to his brother EJ about the end of his marriage to Gabi. So that sounds like the decision that he and Gabi reached on Monday was that they are going to go their separate ways. He is so angry that she slept with EJ, but he was trying to move past it and then begged her to take him back, but she's very angry that he was with Ava. The trust is broken. I feel like they're going to get back together eventually, but it definitely sounds like heading to divorce town for now. Fiona is trying to gird her loins and build up the nerve to tell Brady the truth about the accident at last. Meanwhile, Eric confronts Melinda Trask about her role in the Baby Jude swap. I understand why he's not letting this go, and I'm very interested to see if he is going to try to push for criminal charges. I don't think that's going to go well since, the DA is the guy who helped steal the baby, but we'll see. Thursday, October 10th, 2024, season 60, episode 34. Eric corners Fiona, and he's got questions about Sarah's accident. Now that word is kind of coming out that Fiona and Brady had a fling, I wonder if that is why Eric is talking to her about it. Maybe Brady shares with them that he had been drinking recently with Xander's mother, who is not on the wagon like her son thinks he is. And Maggie spends some time hanging out with Julie Williams, and they do some catching up. EJ adamantly refuses to let Sarah withdraw her witness statement. When Sarah asks to do a take back, EJ denies it. He is not going to let Brady go. He hates Brady because he's Eric's brother, as we all know. Plus, EJ promised Holly that he would make Brady pay because she's got Brady and Eric all tangled up in her mind with, these DUIs, one that hurt her Aunt Sarah, one that killed her dad, Daniel. And fake Abigail is putting on some sort of show for Chad on Thursday. Going into the last day of next week, Friday, October 11th, episode 35 of season 60. Abigail is quite desperate, and she proposes to Chad. Remember, Clyde told her, get that ring on your finger or your mom is going to die. And he told her brother, Mark Green, the same thing. Xander decides he is going to try and trick Kristen out of the cure because Brady is roadblocking what they want. Sarah does indeed want to unravel that witness statement. She can say, I lied. And then I'm sure EJ might try for perjury. I don't know. The optics wouldn't be too good, him going after a paralyzed woman. So Xander's going to try trickery, but Kristen's always a couple of moves ahead. Eric and Sarah catch up and compare some notes as they talk about Fiona and Brady. And remember, Fiona was saying stuff to Sarah like, this is all my fault, where it sounded like she was going to confess, but then she didn't, and she kind of, changed it around. So I'm very interested to see this conversation. And Maggie talks to Holly and asks her to keep an open mind about her mom, Nicole. And Holly just agreed with Eric this past week that she would get on a plane, go to Paris to talk to her mom, Nicole, who can't fly right now because baby Jude is sick. We'll see how that goes. All right, the big casting news. So many big returns. Carrie Brady Reed, sister of Sammy, Eric, and Rex, is coming back. And of course, we also know Sammy's coming back. And Sierra Brady is returning while her parents, Bo and Hope, are back. Looks like Bo is out of that coma. And Shane Donovan is also coming back to Salem. Tony and Anna DiMera are both coming back. Jack Deveraux and his wife Jennifer Horton are back to Salem with Missy Reeves playing Jen again. Will Horton is also coming back. They are all taping episodes that will air in June 2025.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.